Over the course of Naruto, the Hidden Leaf has assembled some of the most talented squads. With every new mission, different squads were formed, each one testing the limits of their teamwork, trust, and sacrifice. From small, tightly knit teams to massive multi-village operations, every lineup reflects the era it came from and the challenges they faced. Some teams were built to survive impossible odds, others to stop wars before they began, and some were thrown together in moments of pure desperation. These missions weren't just about strength. They tested leadership, adaptability, and how well shinobi could rely on each other when everything went wrong. In this video, I'm going to be ranking the best Konoha mission teams across all eras, from Naruto to Shippuden to Boruto. Now, this isn't about which team was strongest because that would be obvious at some point, right? This ranking is based on mission difficulty, their coordination, their ability to adapt under pressure, and the results. Okay, let's get started. At number 10, we have the team that was on the Search for Tsunade mission. Now, I know that team only had Naruto and Jiraiya at first, but I count Tsunade and Shizune as part of that team as well later on. This mission happens at one of the most unstable points in the entire series. They need a new Hokage, the Leaf Village just survived an invasion, and for the first time in decades, the Leaf Village has no clear leader. And the shinobi world is watching, waiting to see if the leaf collapses. Because of that, there's a team assembled, and their mission is to locate Tsunade, convince her to return, and secure the future of the village. The team coordination here is unique. Naruto is still very impulsive, and Jiraiya has to balance training him, protecting him, and negotiating with someone who has completely turned her back on the shinobi system. And the mission becomes even more dangerous when Orochimaru enters the picture. Suddenly, the diplomatic mission turns into a three-way standoff between legendary Sannin, with Naruto caught in the middle. Instead of collapsing under that pressure, the team has to adapt. Naruto completes the Rasengan, and Tsunade is forced to confront her past. And the mission ultimately succeeds. A lot of what we see in this team is them influencing each other. Tsunade low-key pushes Naruto to complete the Rasengan. And Naruto very directly has an influence on Tsunade and makes her question her future choices, while Jiraiya is there to support and push them both in the right direction. And Shizune is there for support for Tsunade, of course. And so this team does make the list because, well, they did succeed in their mission of bringing Tsunade to the Leaf Village. And also, during the battle against Orochimaru, Naruto protects Tsunade. The moment that Kabuto gets an advantage over her, Naruto sticks up for her and defends her. And Tsunade does the same when Naruto needs it. And at number 9 is going to be Team Kakashi that went on the Tenchi Bridge mission. And let me tell you. Now, I think this mission went horribly, I'm not going to lie. But I'm not going to put it at number 10 for a few reasons. Now, the setup for this team is this. Kakashi is still exhausted from the previous mission. But because Kabuto was supposed to meet Sasori in a few days, they had to act fast if they wanted a chance to find Sasuke. And so Tsunade set up a team of Naruto, Sakura, Yamato, and Sai. Sai's inclusion was the idea of Danzo. Also, side note, they didn't know that Sasori's spy was Kabuto yet, though. Now, this team had so many issues from the start. Naruto did not like Sai, and Sai didn't really care about Naruto or Sakura, and Sakura got mad at Sai plenty of times as well. And Yamato is having to be in charge of all of these new personalities that he's meeting for the first time. And this team is ranked very low because Sai was just shady the entire time because he had ulterior motives that were given to him by Danzo. This led to a lot of issues. He literally left them and went with Orochimaru and Kabuto in the middle of the mission. There was a moment when Sakura was falling from the bridge and he didn't even try to help her when he could have. He went straight past her to continue on with his own personal mission. And not only that, Naruto lost control and allowed a foretell transformation to happen during the mission. And honestly, I'm debating between whether they failed the mission or they succeeded in the mission. Because the mission was to gather information to find Sasuke. Yeah, okay. But to me, the real goal was to bring Sasuke back. And that did not happen, okay? Sasuke almost wiped them out. Let's be honest. So if you want to give them bail and say, hey, yeah, but they found him. They found him. Okay, cool. Yeah. I guess they succeeded then. But I guess that's one thing that I will give them credit for. They were able to regroup and still keep going with the mission despite all of these crazy turns that happened. The Nine-Tails chakra, Orochimaru showing up, Kabuto showing up, and then being able to actually see Sasuke and be face to face with him. They did the best they could, I guess, you know? And throughout all that, they were able to change Sai's perspective a little bit and start his character development as well. But man, this team looked so crazy. Sasuke even said, "Is this who y'all got to replace me? And where's Kakashi at?" And at number 8, it's going to be the team that went on the Naruto retrieval mission in the Kawaki arc. And there will be spoilers for Boruto in this section, so if you don't want to get spoiled, please skip to the next ranking. Of course, this included the main team of Boruto, Mitsuki, Sarada, and Kawaki. Naruto has been sealed and placed in another dimension. When they arrive in that other dimension, they are immediately operating at a disadvantage. Only Kawaki knows the enemy, but in spite of being in an unknown scenario, the team works as a unit. For example, from the very start, Sarada warns them about the underground acid attack, and then as they dodge it, Kawaki can absorb it, and then Boruto, he also helps by absorbing more of it. Even under a surprise attack, they're already coordinating roles without hesitation. After landing a hit, they see that Boro is able to regenerate and heal very quickly. From then, Boro uses a weird mist that starts to take an effect on them. Because Kawaki and Boruto cannot absorb the mist using their Kama, Mitsuki soon learns that this mist is actually a virus. Thanks to Mitsuki, they're able to get antibodies so that the virus doesn't affect them. And then they all agree to trust Sarada's leadership. Each member is really contributing, and it's good seeing Kawaki be able to boost Boruto's Rasengan. While all of the boys are engaging Boro, Sarada is able to use her Sharingan to be able to spot how his regeneration works. The core that he uses to regenerate moves to a different part of his body depending on where he's about to get attacked. When she realizes this, she knows that only one attack is fast enough to get his core. And from there, we get the hype moment of Sarada using the Chidori for the first time in a real battle. And she successfully gets to the core and breaks it. Every member of the team really played their role. Boruto, Kawaki, and Mitsuki really stalled Boro, while Sarada figured out what the best plan was. And from there, Boruto and Kawaki are able to use their Kama to rescue Naruto and release him. And of course, we got the Momoshiki stuff, but that was mainly Boruto / Momoshiki. And at number 7, we got the Get Back Gang, the team that went up against Hidan and Kakazu. Shikamaru, Kakashi, Choji, Ino, Naruto, and Yamato. This is coming after the loss of Asuma. Team 10 took some time to mourn and reflect on the loss that they just experienced. And when they were ready, it was time to strike back. Kakashi agreed to go with them and fight alongside them as they go to attack the Akatsuki. The objective of this mission is literally just to destroy the opponent. First, the team is able to locate Hidan and Kakazu because of Ino's jutsu, her mind transfer jutsu. She uses a bird to spy on them as they're traveling towards the Leaf Village. And even though Hidan and Kakazu are tough opponents, Team 10 and Kakashi are able to counter every attack and every move, and also cover each other and protect each other. But then, it seems like the plan all along was for Shikamaru to separate Hidan and Kakazu. And it takes them a little bit, but they finally are able to achieve that goal. And once Shikamaru is able to get them away from each other, in typical Shikamaru fashion, he has a trap already laid out. He is already 10 steps ahead as usual. And as he's taking care of Hidan, Kakashi is left to take on Kakazu. Kakazu has more endurance because he has so many hearts, and this makes a challenge for Kakashi. But lucky enough, Naruto and the rest of Team Kakashi show up to save them just in time. Naruto and Yamato here are good backup. They play their role, and they clean up the rest of the fight. And at number 6, we got the Konoha Crush mission team. This team consisted of Naruto, Sakura, Pakun, Shikamaru, Sasuke, and Shino. The initial mission objective was to go after Sasuke and stop him from chasing Gaara recklessly. Pakun's main role was to be the tracker dog. He would let them know how far Sasuke is, where to go to catch up to him, and also if others are approaching them. Now, one of the obstacles in this mission was Sound Ninja that were tracking them as well. In order to get over this obstacle, Shikamaru realized that someone had to stay behind and be a decoy for them.
Shikamaru volunteered to be the decoy, and with his help, and also the help of Asuma, they were able to stop the tracking sound ninja, so that Naruto, Sakura, and Pakun could continue the mission. And now for the first half of this mission, Sasuke is still doing things on his own. He goes up against Tamari, and then he's about to go up against Kankuro. But then Shino shows up and says that he'll take care of Kankuro, so that Sasuke can continue on to Gaara. Shino handles his fight, and that leaves Sasuke. And it seems as though Sasuke doesn't exactly know what he's getting himself into, because it forces him to lose control and allow the curse mark to take over again. And this leaves him vulnerable. But lucky enough, Naruto steps in to save him. With Naruto's new ability of taking some of the Nine Tails power and using it, he faces Gaara one-on-one. While of course Naruto is the main hero, this whole team was useful and played their role in stopping the invasion and stopping Gaara from going on a rampage across the Leaf Village. That's part of the reason why this team is included in this ranking. It's the magnitude of what they were trying to prevent. The failure of this mission could have led to more wars and the destruction of the Leaf. And at number 5 would be the team that went up against Ishiki. This was Naruto, Sasuke, Boruto, and Kawaki. This team is iconic because it's the two main rivals from the previous era teaming up with the two main rivals of the new era. Also, spoilers for Boruto ahead. The setup for this was Ishiki's pursuit of Kawaki. Ishiki went to the Leaf Village in order to implant another Kama on Kawaki. Being the Hokage, Naruto steps up first to face him. But Boruto and Sasuke realize that in order to win this, they have to get him away from the village. And this is where Boruto's ability comes in. He's able to transport Ishiki away from the village to another dimension. And then Sasuke can transport himself and Naruto to where Ishiki and Boruto are, and they can fight freely with no restrictions, no danger to the village or the villagers. Now they can pretty much all jump him. But even with all of them, it's not an easy fight at all. Naruto is pretty much pushed to a new level in order to keep up. And this is a really cool battle. The main goal is to pretty much either defeat Ishiki or stall him out until his time is almost up. But then the twist is that Ishiki finds a way for Kawaki to be transported to that dimension as well. And that's when Kawaki joins the fun. From then on, Kawaki just tries to stall Ishiki out. But Ishiki then uses Naruto as bait to draw Kawaki out. But in spite of this, Kawaki uses one of the greatest fake outs, a shadow clone, to trick Ishiki to wasting time and planting karma on a shadow clone. And then once his time runs out, Ishiki is finished and is defeated. And at number 4, we got the Kazekage Rescue Mission team. This team consisted of Naruto, Kakashi, Sakura, Lady Chiyo, and also Guy, Rock Lee, Neji, and Tenten were backup. After the Sand Village is attacked, Team Kakashi is tasked with going to the Sand Village and helping them get back Gaara after he was taken. One of the first W's of this team was the moment that Sakura was able to save Kankuro from the poison after his battle with Sasori. But after that, this team gets a big challenge because on their way to rescue Gaara, Team Kakashi and Lady Chiyo have to go up against Itachi, and Team Guy, who is also on their way, gotta go up against Kisame. During this battle, Team Kakashi is able to help Naruto break free from Itachi's genjutsu and continue the fight, while the students of Team Guy get trapped in Kisame's water prison. But eventually, they find a way to escape and are able to fight him off. Now, unfortunately, these were just decoy bodies, and this was just to stall them while they extracted the One-Tails from Gaara. But once they arrive at the Akatsuki hideout, they figure out a way to unlock the doors using teamwork. But once these doors unlocked, Team Guy has to face off against duplicates of themselves, doppelgangers pretty much. And meanwhile, Naruto goes off chasing after Deidara, and Kakashi goes after Naruto to help him. And Sakura and Chiyo are left to fight Sasori. Naruto pushes forward recklessly, but Kakashi consistently reins him in, forcing discipline, while Sakura steps into real combat for the first time really, fighting Sasori alongside Chiyo. In a perfectly coordinated battle that blends medical precision, puppetry, and strategy. This fight alone is one of the best examples of two fighters covering each other's blind spots. And Kakashi helps to handle Deidara, using his new Kamui, using it precisely. And even though Naruto does lose some control, Sakura and Chiyo are able to beat Sasori, and they are also able to get Gaara back and revive him. And at number 3, we have the Momoshiki Crisis team that went to retrieve Naruto. This team consists of Boruto, Sasuke, and the other 4 Kage, as well as Naruto when he's freed. The other Kages were Gaara, Darui, Chojuro, and Kurosuchi. Now in the ninja world, this is a star-powered team. Once they all arrive, the 4 Kage are able to free Naruto, and they begin to take on Momoshiki and Kinshiki. Sasuke, Chojuro, and Kurosuchi take on Kinshiki and are able to pin him down, also using teamwork, while the others focus on Momoshiki. But this proves to be difficult because Momoshiki then absorbs Kinshiki and gets stronger. And unfortunately, Momoshiki is able to knock out the 4 other Kages, which then leaves Naruto, Boruto, and Sasuke to take him down. Which they do. As usual, Naruto and Sasuke have great team chemistry, and Boruto is able to use the skills that he learned to contribute as well in the fight. This team is ranked high because of, one, how much star power there is in this team, and also just the magnitude of the threat. They go to save the strongest Kage from the hands of the Otsutsuki. The level of the threat is massive, because if the hero of the war, Naruto, was already captured, how could they have stood a chance? But they did.
Also, it's worth noting that 1, the Kages didn't really know if they wanted Boruto to go, but they trusted Sasuke's decision to take him along. And also, Sarada wanted to go too, but Sasuke thought it was better for her to stay in the village and protect everyone, since she's the only one who has the Sharingan if Sasuke's not there. Coming in at number 2, a fan favorite, the Sasuke Retrieval Mission Team. This team consists of Naruto, Shikamaru, Choji, Kiba, Neji, with Rock Lee and the Sand siblings as backup. Shikamaru recently becomes a Chunin and is put in charge of a new mission. Sasuke has left the village and went with the Sound Ninja 4. So Lady Tsunade gives Shikamaru the order to form a team and go after Sasuke to retrieve him. First, I want to say that I rank this team so high because of what this mission meant in the story of Naruto. It was part of the conclusion to part 1 and also showed how these ninja grew since we first saw them. During this mission, we get the best aspects of a team, seeing them work together when they first approach the Sound Ninja 4 and seeing them fight individually against their one-to-one matchups, which is also a good plus of this arc in general. This team is supposed to stop Sasuke before he can reach Orochimaru. In the one-to-one matchups, Choji fights Jirobo, Neji fights Kirumaru, Shikamaru fights Tayuya, and Kiba fights Sakan and Ukon. Now, you may think that that leaves Naruto with Sasuke, but no. A 5th Sound Ninja comes in, Kimimaru, the strongest of the 5. Naruto does face him for a little bit, but then we get reinforcements from Rock Lee, and then it's Rock Lee versus Kimimaru. Unfortunately, for different reasons, Shikamaru, Rock Lee, and Kiba all seem to be losing their battles until reinforcements show up. Gaara, Tamari, and Kankuro. This is so symbolic because when they last saw these characters, they were almost going to war and the invasion was happening. We actually mentioned this in the earlier ranking of the Konoha Crush team, but now they're allies, helping them to try to get Sasuke back. And this just leaves Naruto, who is now facing off against Sasuke. And of course, we know how that went. Now, this mission was a failure. They did not succeed in getting Sasuke back. But I'm still gonna rank this number 2 because they got pushed to their limits. Their failure wasn't due to bad teamwork. It wasn't due to a member not playing their role. Sasuke leaving wasn't a tactical failure. It was his own choice. So because of all of the great execution by this team, I still think that they should rank high. And for the number 1 ranking, Team 7 from the Land of Waves arc. Just kidding. Now for this ranking, I'm going to choose the Team 7 during the war arc towards the end, while they were fighting against Obito and Madara, and more when they're fighting against Kaguya. Because honestly, when they were fighting during the war, there was a lot of team-ups and people contributing. But they were the only ones to actually face off against Kaguya with just them as Team 7. And Team 7 is a good team. We could bring up the Land of Waves arc, we could bring up the Chunin exams even. Their teamwork allowed them to get past so many obstacles. But focusing on the war arc, that's a point where Sakura was able to contribute even more than the early arcs. Kaguya isn't just the strongest enemy.
This is the moment where every form of teamwork the series built toward finally pays off.
Their mission is to stop Kaguya, seal her away, and reverse the infinite Tsukuyomi. To deliver the finishing blow, Kakashi helps by disabling her right arm, and then Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura all strike her at the same time, giving them a chance to seal her for good. And this moment is important because it shows that Sakura was definitely a needed part of this mission. Everyone played their role and did what they could. Team 7 consistently took W's if we're being honest. As we said, the Land of Waves arc, they survived the tuning exams in the forest, and they also defeated Kaguya together. Both the classic version of the team and the war version are both tough teams, and they are definitely the most iconic in the whole series. And that is my ranking for the best squad teams in the series. Feel free to let me know which ones you agree with and which ones you don't, or even comment your own team rankings. If you enjoyed this video, definitely leave a like, leave a comment, and make sure to subscribe for more Naruto content. Alright, have a good one.